the great battle of the tortas. But to be honest, they should be fighting diabetes, not each other.
Johnny, are you doing this fight because college highlights still pay the bills?
You know, I'm here because Bob asked me to be and because it pays nice, but good question. I can see you outside. We can step outside right after. I'll beat the fuck out of you for sure.
I done lost everything. I never lost my self-esteem.
I think it's trans rights now is our new battle. That's what I think that I was saying, that like the battles have changed. Oh, yes. You know, like our intentions have been the same, but now the environment has changed. We see trans people's rights being, stripped away from them. There's a lot of discourse around trans athletes and what they can compete in. I would welcome a trans athlete on my team or against my team anytime. I don't think it's a problem in the world. It's just another way to kind of attack trans people. We've seen players like Layshia Clarendon who stepped into that forefront and have been brave enough and courageous enough to kind of step up. So I guess that's the next battle that we have to fight as athletes.
Guys, we are watching the WNBA implode in real time as we speak. Priceless. Because a wise man once said, transgenderism is the only mental illness demanding that the rest of society adopt the patient's delusions as a part of a patient's treatment. Because guys, just have a look at this.
What, you guys transphobic? Transphobic! 2023 LGBTQ! Go! Warm up! Don't worry about him, don't worry about him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. I repeat, breaking news. We all just have witnessed the first dunk in WNBA history. She's so brave, so stunning, yet so talented. We need more brave women like her. As a matter of fact, shout out to Mrs. Cantor.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Gee willikers. I am just amazed, in awe, shocked, flabbergasted, quite perplexed. I have never seen anything quite like it. A strong, brave woman, an absolute crusader for women's rights, a true feminist at heart, fighting for women's equality. We need more strong, independent women like her. Only a bunch of anti-trans people will keep this beautiful, voluptuous woman out of the WNBA. Let her play, please. I pray to God that this happens, because if it does, it will be absolute top-tier peak comedy and entertainment.
Hi. The WTA recently announced that the players will take a one-time gender test. How do you feel about that? The first pro league to go in that direction.
I think it's really important to keep the fairness in our tour, and it's obvious that biologically, right, the men are way stronger than women. So I feel like it would be not really fair for the woman to compete against biological men. So I believe it took them a little while to make this decision, and I support it. But for me, I'm focusing on myself, on my goals, whatever it takes. If they want to test us all, I'm happy to do that. It's pretty fair, and let's keep it that way. Thank you. Thank you.
This woman has bigger cojones than 90% of the men who voted for Joe Biden. I am so glad that women's tennis has implemented to keep men out of women's sports. Shout out to Ariana. Good for her for standing up for the truth. Because let's be honest here, men and women's sports are two completely different leagues. Because just have a look at the women's sports.
At will, so you know it's something else when she doesn't score. But Atlanta needs her on the offensive end every night.
Downhill, Angel Reese going at a former Terrapin as well, and Alyssa Thomas couldn't collect it on the second attempt. Canada, Angel Reese didn't think twice, short on an early look. Angel Reese left alone.
Off some screens and Eaton find her offense. Give her a heat check, find Ryan Howard for the three.
Reese wants to go at Joanna Bonner. The face up and very strong pass to Angel Reese that gets blocked by Bonner.
Just have a look at this. She didn't even need to guard her. Angel Reese has enough bricks to build the Great Wall of China. Look at the fans in the stands. That right there tells you everything you need to know. There's no comment needed. And yet, these female athletes still want equal pay. Now, a lot of people are going to throw rocks at me for saying this, but I don't give a shiza. I'm always going to speak the truth. As a matter of fact, they need to start paying us to watch the WNBA. As a matter of fact, we need to start charging these athletes to let them play because they simply do not bring in enough revenue to justify their current wages. Because according to the statistics, the WNBA is currently projecting operating losses of approximately $460 million. Brother, you couldn't even pay me to watch the WNBA because just have a look at this.
18 points for her, 11 boards.
And I'll tell you what, if I were ever, I'd be the greatest women's basketball coach in history. Because I don't like LeBron James. I like Michael Jordan much better. But I'd go up to LeBron James, it doesn't matter. I'd say, LeBron, did you ever have any desire to be a woman? Because what I'd love you to do is star on my team that I'm building up. I will have the greatest team in history. They'll never lose. Nobody will come within 70 points of this team. Now we have to change that, and we have to make it okay to talk about it. Do you know the young lady I was talking about is afraid to talk about it? She's shunned and she's canceled when she talks about it. This is crazy. Right, Kellyanne? I see.
This guy is actually born to be a freaking comedian, but was forced to be the commander-in-chief of the United States of America. And the funny thing is, I find it absolutely hilarious that feminists and people still get triggered by him. Just have a look at this.
So yes, she has to say thank you because she is serving everyone. So Charlie Kirk. Oh my God! Thank God he's dead. Bye.
Wow.
What country do you think this came from?
Mexico.
Where do you think this came from? Thank you so much.
She's in a free country, being able to serve it.
Yes.
If you hate it here so much, go somewhere else.
I hate you. Oh. I hate you.
But I thought you're supposed to be so loving and kind.
You're. Oh no, I'm not tolerant. I'm just as tolerant as you are, bitch.
Apparently not.
Wow. You're so nice.
No, I'm not. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch.
Wow.
You need Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus ate my fucking snapshot.
You need Jesus. You, one day.
Yes, baby, work it. look so good, my love. You look amazing. Much better than the maggots over here. You're looking so good.
Why is your man all up on me?
No,
That's so
truly.
embarrassing.
Why is he in the Mexican bakery is what I want to know.
The man who hates.
Thank
you so much.
She has to
Thank
say
you.
thank you because she is serving everyone. So
Charlie Kirk.
Oh my god, thank god he's dead. Bye.
Wow.
Good gosh, gee willikers. The freaking mold on her tongue at the end. It's crazy that they get triggered over a t-shirt and a hat. And yet they preach love is love. But only if you agree with their views. It's 2026 and the MAGA stuff still triggers them. What a miserable way to live. Guys, have you ever wondered what lips are for? Please have a listen to this girl.
Did you know the reason humans have lips isn't just to protect their teeth and help them pronounce letters properly? It's actually because when they do this with their lips, it helps them shut the fuck up.
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at.
There are a lot of very entitled women out there that seem to think that a poor personal choice on their part means that men have to make sacrifices on their part for the women's personal comfort. For example, one poor personal choice would have been deciding to wear heels, which are, admittedly, rather uncomfortable to stand in for long periods of time, not to mention walk in. However, someone's choice of shoes does not mean that someone else has to give up their seat for you. Not only that, but someone obviously didn't have enough prior planning to be able to make it to the transportation on time in order to actually get a seat like everyone else did that was sitting down. So maybe instead of expecting someone based on their gender to do things specifically for you because you're a woman, maybe make better choices in your life, and then these things won't happen.
But I thought you feminist bumblecluts wanted equality. And keep this in mind, wearing heels is a choice. The only time you ever catch me giving up my seat is to the elderly, the pregnant, and the disabled, point blank, period. I'm not sure what you guys saw, but all I saw was strong, independent woman.
Haram.
What's your plan when men stop doing the dirty and dangerous jobs that keep society running?
Can you give me an example of which jobs you're referring to?
Logging, plumbing, crab fishing, oil rig. When men stop doing the dangerous jobs, when men stop getting married, when men stop having kids, what's your plan?
I'm not worried about that.
Of course you're not.
No. I don't have a plan, Pearl, for a
Feminists
situation in
never
which
do.
men no longer do those jobs.
The very microphone you're using was built by men. The building was built by men. And there's no gratitude or appreciation. You just tell them they're not doing enough. Future is not going to be great for feminists. You guys are going to get the equality that you're asking for. Men are not going to protect women in the streets. Men are going to stop signing up for the infrastructure jobs. The birth rate's going to keep falling, and the future is going to be bleak.
She asked, what jobs? The only reason why she asked that was to stall time. And I bet you she cried in her car all the way home. They literally want us to go extinct. And when she said, oh, I'm not worried about that, woman, I think you really should. Because just have a look at all the stats and statistics.
Meanwhile.
Nothing screams men, manliness, masculinity than dying from a black lung or some other preventable respiratory illness with no health insurance while swinging a freaking pickaxe for some wealthy fat cat that views you as expendable.
Look at this. This is what men used to build back in the day. But now, we got broke asses asking for 50-50.
You do also know that woman used to cook and clean too, and they used to get beat the crap out of for putting extra salt. Guys, you know what we need to bring back? We need to bring back this.
We stopped slapping bitches, so they forgot that they don't have the strength of a man.
Right. Yeah, I think it's good that we stopped slapping bitches.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
Few bitches I would like to slap.
I'm looking at all these women fight men online. I was like, why?
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you stopped slapping them, and the female ego is ridiculous. But I mean, these women, like, they literally think what they see in the movies is real. I'm not saying just go around smack random women. I'm saying you start acting like a retard, you want to get in someone's face. All it takes is one smack to realize you're not as strong as a man.
When I grew up, I used to see my father hit my mom. I hated it, so I was like, you know what? I'm never going to do that again.
And now your wife's out of control.
Oh my gosh.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.